If I were a personal trainer and I wanted to get new clients and I had no money.
Alex Hormozy. Guys, why do you give me Alex Hormozy? How can I say, no, that's garbage?
Is SEO dead? 90% of SEO agencies are scammers.
Oh, this is brutal.
They're just ripping people off. They're looking at the old version of what SEO is.
I hope they're going to talk about AI.
This is the most profitable marketing trick of all time.
That's a big claim. The most profitable marketing trick of all time. Barra or Dolia. I like that. Happier we are, the more we spend. That's why they play music in department stores, because you spend more money. Did you know in casinos in Las Vegas, they actually put... Welcome to the Results-Based Marketing Podcast, the podcast for business owners looking to leverage wildly profitable and cutting-edge marketing, lead generation, and lead nurture campaigns in their business. I'm Simeon Cryer, the founder of Automate Convert, where we've literally helped clients generate millions, hundreds of millions of dollars using the exact strategies that I'm going to share with you in this podcast. So if you want to automate, convert, and dominate your industry, you're in the right place at the right time. Let's get started. Thanks for being here. Hey guys, Simon here, and welcome to this episode. My team have me doing this reaction to different content that we see online, and I love it so much, and I also hate it because they don't give me any notice. They just put a reel or a piece of content in front of my face, and they just want my real-time commentary, expression, take on it. So enjoy this with me, and hopefully I don't say anything stupid, and it's really good value for you. It's just going to be raw, unfiltered, unvetted, and just out on the fly. So I'm excited to produce this content, and I know the team is going to set me up for success, and you as well. It'll be a valuable podcast one way or the other. Look forward to seeing you on the other side. Let's have a look at the first one.
If I were a personal trainer and I wanted to get new clients and
Alex Hormozy. Guys, why do you give me Alex Hormozy? How can I say, no, that's garbage? We'll see. Love this guy. Brilliant. If you haven't had his book on 100,000 leads for your business, you should get that.
I had no money. Every single person can do cold DMs to 100 people a day and get new business, and you will.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Do you need to have money to start marketing? Answer, no, you don't. If you got no money, you can do something. Just find your audience and start messaging them. I heard a story the other day, and there was a guy who was looking for a work, and one of my friends has a G-Wagon. This guy who was keen just put a note on his windscreen and said, hey, I've moved up here from Melbourne. I'm looking for employment. I saw your car and I thought you might be connected. This is what I do. I do this, this, this. I'm keen. I'm skilled. I have got the right attitude. This guy 2 days later got employed by one of these guys' friends just because he did some outreach and put a handwritten note on a windscreen wiper blade of my friend's G-Wagon Mercedes. He connected him with a mate of his, and the mate of his has responded and said, this guy is absolutely amazing. What a great hire. What an awesome attitude. Thank you. Both of these people are winning because they're not letting the excuse of having no money get in the way of their success. So far, so good. All right.
And you will fail, and you will over time get better at it, because you have to learn what's the first message you want to send. I'll give you the easiest one. Hey, I'm doing this thing. Do you know anybody who'd be interested in doing that thing? And then you add some sort of offer. And I'm doing it for free, and I guarantee this. And you're giving the offer.
I'm doing it for free, and I guarantee this. Why wouldn't you do that? That is an irresistible offer. No risk, no downside. I'm doing this thing. Would you know anyone who's interested? I'm guaranteeing this, and I'm doing it for free. You could do one or the other. You could do it for free, or you could guarantee. You don't have to do guarantee and it's for free, but use one of those things. That's really cool.
For somebody, and you're not soliciting them, you're soliciting a friend. Make a post.
I like that. You're not soliciting them, you're soliciting a friend. You could solicit them as well.
See who likes it of your friends, and then message their friends as well in a three-way message, because in that way it gets out of the request box and gets into the inbox. And they have to usually respond because there is some social capital there. If you do 100 messages a day, you'll have more business than you know what to do with and not enough time to do more of the DMs.
Even if you do this wrong, the frequency of 100 a day is going to set you up for success. So I could be twice as good a marketer as you, for example, but if you're taking 3 times the action that I'm taking, you're going to win every day of the week. This is how you can outperform your competitor. You don't have to be the best at what you do. You just have to take enough action. This is a great post. Anyone who is a startup company, which is not usually my audience, if you're lacking funds right now, you've just got a vision and you're keen and you want to go and make your dent on the universe, this is a perfect way to start. I love this post.
This is the most profitable marketing trick of all time.
That's a big claim, the most profitable marketing trick of all time. That is a great hook, by the way, right? The most profitable marketing technique of all time. Excellent hook. So I'm listening. That's got my attention so far. So I don't know what the content is, but I'm all in.
Which of these watches would you choose? Have you noticed that in every single watch ad, no matter if it's Rolex or Casio, they show the exact same time, 10 past 10, even here. Time on the dial is the same on every Rolex ad, it's 10:10. So I'm just curious why that is.
It puts the dial into equal.
I'm curious about that too. Did you know the date on a Rolex is 28? Did you know that? I think it's something to do with numerology and money, right? So I don't know about that, but go check that out. I didn't know that about the time. That's super cool. Why?
Into equal quarters.
Can I see?
No.
Okay, the reason is just to show the crown and the name.
What about the smiley face theory that it puts the...
Sometimes people have said it's a smiley face as well. But most brands do it.
I've never given this a second thought. The smiley face theory. These guys have got a lot of time on their hands. But anyway.
In a study, researchers photographed different watches set to 3 different times, 11:30, 8:20 and 10 past 10. And the participants disproportionately liked the 10 past 10 dial because it reminded them of a smiley face. This phenomenon is called pareidolia, which means that humans are wired to find shapes and
That's easy for him to say. Pareidolia.
which means that humans are wired to find shapes and faces in objects around us. And evolutionarily, when we see a smile, we do feel happier and safer. And the happier we are, the more we spend.
I like that. Happier we are, the more we spend. That's why they play music in department stores, because you spend more money. Did you know in casinos in Las Vegas, they actually put fragrance in the air conditioner to make people feel comfortable, to make people gamble more? It's crazy kind of industrial psychology that they use, and looks like they use it in the watch market too. That's fascinating. Hey, if you're a business owner making between 1 and 5 million a year and you want more consistent qualified leads to grow your business, then why don't we have a complimentary chat? I'm looking to personally invest $26,000 into 7 individual businesses right now who are serious about scaling. Book in a call with me and my team using the link in the show notes below to see if you qualify. Now back to the episode.
Is SEO dead? 90% of SEO agencies are scammers. They're just ripping people off. They're looking at the old version of what SEO is.
Oh, this is brutal. I hope they're going to talk about AI, but I don't know. Imagine having someone say that about your agency.
So if you're paying an SEO agency anywhere from $500 to $1,000, and
That's pretty much the going rate too, by the way. I'd say probably $750 is around about average for a mediocre kind of SEO agency.
all they do is bunch of mumbo jumbo meta titles, tags, and they build backlinks, you're getting ripped off. It's about creating content that answers people's questions, and no amount of keyword stuffing or backlinking is going to help.
I understand that SEO is a bit of a mystery right now, right? Most people have no idea what the heck it is. So I think there's SEO, which is search engine optimization, versus search engine marketing. 2 very different conversations there, right? So one is pay to play, one is organic SEO, which is just the search engine and what you do with backlinks and all the things. So yeah, that's a really interesting claim right there. So yeah, the content game I think is king. And I think if you're having content which is valuable to your audience and you've got certain keywords in there and you very carefully craft that into your copy, I think that's a good play. But yeah, I can't comment too much about that. Our agency doesn't really specialize in SEO because it's such a mystery thing and it's a bit hard to measure, to be honest. But if you have the right SEO business, and there are some really great operators out there, they can do really well for generating leads for you. Yeah, hard line to take though. And I sort of take the same hard line myself when I talk about advertising agencies. And I think in your business too, don't ever be afraid to throw rocks at your competitors. Don't try and be vanilla and please everybody all the time. I believe that 95% of all digital marketing agencies are scammers because they don't get results for people. At the end of the day, you need to have something that's measurable and that you can see moves the needle in your business in terms of the profitability and the increased revenue from the direct activities that your agency uses. So yeah, I don't know. You've got to ask the question, is your SEO working and are you getting measurable results? And then you'll know whether you're being scammed or not. Hope that helps. Alex Hormozy again? What are you guys doing? You're killing me. This sales tactic made me $35 million. I'm going to argue with him and go, that's bullshit. All right, here we go.
Sales tactic that has directly made over $35 million. One day,
Wait a second. He just said this sales tactic made me $35 million. I'm all in on this conversation. I want to listen. I don't know about you, but I think that is a really awesome hook, which is a clue for your content. Have awesome hooks. I'm listening to this. I've got 35 million reasons to listen to it. What's interesting right off the bat is you can see there's a TikTok logo on here, but this is a YouTube video. I don't know if you paid attention to that, but he's using different multi-purposes for the same message. So that's really cool. Did you notice the trust signal behind him? the multiple 7, 8, 9-figure income trophy from ClickFunnels behind him. That's interesting. So I already know he's a subject matter expert, even if I didn't know who the heck Alex Hormozi.
Program that was starting, I was probably like 15 orientations deep, and I just headed no after no. And finally, I was sitting down, and this nice lady walked in. She had like a nice ring and a nice purse. She sits down. I remember getting to
We all like a nice ring and a nice purse.
the end of the presentation, and I just said, hey, so with the program, you want chocolate or vanilla for your protein? And she was like, which one do you like? I was like, chocolate. She was like, all right, I'll take one of those. For the pre-workout, do you want to do
That's so cute. I love this story.
kiwi or strawberry? I like the kiwi. She was like, okay, I'll do that one. So I said, do you want to just use the card you have on file? And she was like, yeah, that's fine. And then I took these off the shelf and I slid them over to her. She grabbed them and she smiled and she walked out of the facility, and I made my first supplement sale. And I was like, holy I didn't even talk at all about what these even did. I just simply asked her which one she wanted. And the key was, I didn't ask her whether she wanted them. I asked her which one she wanted.
Oh, I love it. Oh, that's just so good. Did you know there's a story about a guy who ran a milk bar making milkshakes with people, and the highest, most popular selling milkshake was a malt milkshake. And what he would do when he was selling milkshakes to increase the average value of the sale is he would use something physically and use a script. And he would hold up 2 eggs and he would say, do you want 1 egg or 2? An alternative choice clause. He wouldn't say, would you like an egg with that? He would say, do you want 1 egg or 2? And most people would say, if they didn't want an egg, they'd say, I'll try 1. Right? Some people would say 2. Why? Because he gave them the offer to buy 2, the opportunity to buy 2. This is so ninja. I love this so much. Really powerful psychology, right? I'm so glad that he stumbled upon that. A lot of us actually have to read and research and get to know this on our journey, but this is so ninja. I hope that you can find a way to incorporate this into your business. This is really, really key stuff. Would you like this or that? I like this. That's so good.
When I was introduced to the assumed close, it is one of the strongest upsells in all of business.
The assumed close is like when we lived in America, we'd have these little Girl Scouts knock on our door and offer us cookies, right, to raise funds for their Girl Scouts thing. My daughter did it as well, right? And it's just like, would you like 1 or 2? Would you like chocolate or vanilla? Would you like mint? Or would you like all 4? So they'd give you an assumed close. You're buying something because how can you say no to a little 7-year-old girl who's trying to raise money for her scouts, right? So it's a really hard sell. It's a psychological play. How do you say no to a little girl who's 7 years old who's raising money for her scouts? This is on TikTok. All right, here we go.
Fuck corporate life for making us feel like we have to say things like this on LinkedIn.
Interesting opening.
I'm happy to share that I started a new position at...
Do you know what I mean?
I'm thrilled
Oh, this is the thing I hate about LinkedIn. I hate this so much. Oh, I'm going to love this content.
to be joining the team as Chief Client Officer.
Oh, mate.
Feeling energized after the brilliant summit last week.
I'm literally reading I'm just scrolling to the next one.
Truly excited and honored to be joining the judging panel.
Oh, okay.
I'm happy to share that I'm starting a new...
Just fucking...
I don't know about you, but you need to give me a like and a thumbs up if that resonates with you and you hate that sort of stuff on LinkedIn. It is so professional that it's almost unhinged, right? It's like people pretending on a really different scale. A lot of people use social media to flex about things that they don't have, and they buy things with money that they don't have on credit to impress people that they don't like or even know, to have some sort of authority or posturing. And I think this is just the ickiest way to do it on LinkedIn. And I just think it's so vanilla, it's repulsive, there's no value, and people like this sort of stuff. But I think on the flip side, LinkedIn is growing up, and you'll see in my prediction that LinkedIn will become more of a norm it'll sort of get into alignment with other social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook. You'll see less corporate, you'll see more people having political commentary, more people showing a little bit more behind the scenes instead of this stuffy, stuck up business persona, right? Even though first impressions are important, but there'll be some real legitimate connection and some real legitimate feelings of frustration or real value, not just self-obsessed narcissists talking about how excited they were about the business summit. No one's really that excited about a business summit. So when we get more authenticity and more value in a post on LinkedIn, it's going to be more of a compelling platform to show up, and you might even show up there more than once or twice a week. Hey guys, I loved sharing that series of different clips, reels, LinkedIn posts, other social media stuff on TikTok, on YouTube. Send me some more videos that you would love for me to critique and give my impression on. Hopefully it's not always the superstars, the mega stars, but hopefully I've been able to break down some of the elements that are working for them in terms of how their videos are getting traction, the elements that are underpinning them, and the thoughts that they have as well. I'd like you to send me some garbage so that I can have a healthy rant about too, because I like to do that from time to time and just let off a bit of steam at stuff that I think is garbage. So feel free to send me some stuff that you'd like me to comment on, and thank you for tuning in. I'll see you on the next episode. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in to Results-Based Marketing. If today's episode gave you valuable insights into maximizing your marketing efforts, we'd love your support. Please give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and don't forget to subscribe on your favorite platform. Let's keep the conversation going. Connect with me on socials at Simeon Cryer. All the links for me are in the show notes below, and happy marketing. Thank you so much for your attention.